Shlomo Tenenbaum. And once again, if you're just coming closer now, please take a moment to turn your phone on silent. I don't have a microphone, so I'm sorry. Okay. For those of you who asked to serve as pallbearers, please step forward at this time. Pallbearers, you're going to line up on either side facing the front of the hearse. And we're actually going to make a 3-point turn, so we're going to back out this way, and then we're going to go towards the grave that way. Okay? So if I could have some people on this side, and some other people on this side. Yeah, you push this way, so you use that hand, and you use your left hand. Anybody else joining us?
Yeah, that's great.
As I pull on to everyone's face, take a firm grasp of the handle. And together we're going to lift 1, 2, 3. And we're just going to back up towards your knee for a little bit. And now we're going to go towards the rabbi. Nice and slow. Go around the back of it.
We love you, Dad. We're all here for you, Dad. Love you, Allan. Dad was one of the team.
Friends, just so we're aware, this is being live streamed and recorded. So if you could just make a little space so the people watching from wherever they might be watching, and we thank you for joining, can see as well.
We're gonna have a little bag of earth from the Promised Land, and you and your sister maybe could, kind of as a family reps, put it in. Okay, yeah.
Josh, video?
Huh? Yeah, he told me him and his sister. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, okay. So we start the service with a blessing that we say in the cemetery. I'm going to read it in Hebrew and then translate it in English. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar eschem madin v'zan v'chilkel eschem madin v'hemis eschem madin v'yodea mispar kulchem madin v'osa lachayosem v'kaim eschem madin Baruch atah Adonai v'chayei hamesim. So blessed is God, King of the universe, who gives us life with a purpose, nourishes and sustains us with a purpose, and takes us back to heaven with a purpose. God knows the sum total of what our job is in this world, and God will also restore and resuscitate us with a purpose. Blessed is God who resuscitates the dead. It's a fundamental Jewish belief that although the body is temporary, the soul is eternal. So we're going to say goodbye to the body right now, but the soul is going to be going for a little trip, and one day God will bring us all back together. I forgot to ask your father's Hebrew name? Hananya. Hanan ben Yitzchak. Okay. Okay. And okay. Mizmor LeDavid Adonai Roi Lo Asar Ben Ozdeshi Arbitzeni Al Mei Menuchos Yina'aleini.
I'm just going to turn you over here so everyone can see you.
Nafshi Yeshove V'yancheni B'maglet Tzedek Man Shemo Gam Ki Elech V'geit Salmavis Lo Irara Ki Ata Imadi Shifta Chamishantecha Himi Yinachamuni Tarach L'fonei Shulchan Neged Sararai Dishanta B'Shem and Roshi Kosi Revaya Ach Tov V'Chesed Yerdefuni Kol Yemei Chayai V'Shafti V'Eis Adonai L'Orach Yomim. God is my shepherd, I shall not want. In lush meadows he lies me down, beside tranquil waters he leads me. He restores my soul. He leads me on paths of justice for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, because God is with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in full view of my adversaries. You have anointed my head with oil. My cup overflows. May only goodness and kindness pursue me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of God for the length of days. We're here today to escort Hanan ben Yitzchak, Allan, to his final rest, final reward, and I just say I'm touched by the beautiful family here and all the people that are here. I do a lot of funerals where it's just me and the funeral director and the gentlemen that work in the cemetery. So it means a lot to me that everybody's here.
He was a loved man.
Okay, and I know that you prepared a few words. You're up to okay. No, so Josh is going to say a few words.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. On Dad's behalf, on all of our behalf. Walking up, talking to my sister Vicky. This is exactly what he was all about. One of the best things that he was good at and has always been good at is bringing everybody together. In any situation, at any time, when it seemed impossible, he somehow made it happen. Such a unique, genuine, amazing man that Dad was. And Papa, to everybody. He'll always live on in our hearts. He'll always be with us, no matter what. Every step that we take, he'll always be with us, and my vow is to continue on doing the same, making sure that I too am able to create the same type of situations that bring us all together. I can only hope to do as good a job as he did, with everything he did. He was the best possible role model he could be in all aspects of life. Not just as a dad, but as a friend, as a confidant. We love you so much, Papa. Everybody that knows Daddy, he refused to ever acknowledge the terminology goodbye. There was never a bye, there was always a see you later.
Yes, everybody knows that. If anybody ever said goodbye to Dad, he would say it's not goodbye, it's see you later, and everybody knows that. So it's not a goodbye, Papa, it's a see you later. Because we know you're still here with us.
The fortunate scenario here is that I could stand here and talk about so many countless upon countless amazing things that he has done, characteristics that he has, that I know you all know, and that's why we're here. Everybody knows what a sci-fi enthusiast, thrill-seeking, roller coaster riding, you know, he was the ultimate cool dude.
The coolest guy ever.
You know, and everybody growing up, not just me, but Becky, aka Leah. Anybody that Tina and Maria, Vicky, anybody that he was close to, all of us, like whether it was, you know, our dad or Daddy Allan, or if he was our friend.
Papa. He's Papa.
In all realms and walks of life, people just wish they were able to have a dad like that, a friend like that. And being able to touch every single person in some type of way is what made him so special.
Amen. And just by being who he was, just putting that kindness out into the world, he wasn't doing nothing extra or special or going above and beyond. He was literally just being him.
So many people in the world want to leave their mark like a Picasso or a Rembrandt and be remembered that way. But through all of Dad's just everyday aspect of being him himself, having a conversation with him, giving advice, every single thing that this man did vicariously through a trickle effect will help people that he doesn't even know he's being helped, because they learned something from him and that person was able to pass it on, and so on and so forth. And by that stature,
Amen.
he will be remembered and known without even knowing that people learned from him. And I am so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for every moment that we've ever had the opportunity to be with him, and for him to have touched all of you, and for all of you being here.
Everybody's been driven by him to see one of each other somewhere.
The driving force in the family.
So I want to ask everybody to in their own way, if they can, and try to do it myself, not cry for him because he's gone, but be happy because we had the opportunity to have him here while we did. We always told Dad, through his favorite Spock, live long and prosper, right? And his spirit will.
Amen.
I just want to again thank you all so much for being here. Papa loved every single one of you individually in his own way. And in his eyes, every single one of you were so special.
Thank you, everyone, for coming in honor of my father. I'm so grateful and blessed to be able to call him Dad, and it's just such an overwhelming, amazing, reality and experience to see so many people come together for him and know that, he was there for all of us in, different times of our lives. It's just so beautiful that he just touched everybody in different ways through his kindness. He was just the most, friendly, kind man. He just, put out this good vibes and energy into the world, and we need more of that. And I'm just blessed to know that I get to call him Dad, and he got to be a papa and a mentor. He got to be a friend, and you guys consider him family, even if he's not blood. He accepted all of you guys, and he didn't judge anybody. And he was just such an incredible, extraordinary, amazing person. I've never met anyone like him in this world, and we are all just so blessed to have had him in our lives. And a lot of you know that he did a lot for me in my life, and to help, change the course of my life and my quality of life. And he was the best dad, and he's the best papa to our children. And I'm just so happy that he stuck around a lot longer than we thought. So he was fighting so long. He's a survivor, and he didn't want to let cancer, beat him. He wasn't going to go out like that. He was not going to let cancer take him down. So he beat cancer. He made it past 80 years old, and he's ready to rest. It's his time to rest. He's not fighting no more. He's at peace, and I have peace in my heart knowing that he is resting in peace, and there's no more pain, there's no more struggling. So we all can be happy knowing that even though we're sad that he's not physically here, we know he's always going to be here with us. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. I really appreciate it. It means the world to us, and we know that Papa meant something to all of you.
Thank you for the beautiful words. No.
And you guys, we will be having lunch at Salernos in Oak Park, 5 minutes from here. So if anyone wants to join us, we would really be happy for you guys to join us for a memorial lunch for our father.
We have a Jewish tradition, and we read one section of the Torah every Saturday, and he was a regular at the synagogue, at Rabbi Soloveitchik's synagogue. Rabbi Soloveitchik wasn't able to be here today, but so this Saturday we read the story of Joseph and his brothers not getting along, and one thing about Joseph, he had long hair, but by the end of the story they make peace, and I think if anything stood out to me about Allan, it was this extraordinary ability to just connect with everyone, and even though we all know it's not that hard to not get along with people, he just like I said, this is testimony to just the connection that he made with everybody, and he was able to just find beauty, connection, and it's extraordinary. It's 1 in a million. He and I, at least through my wife, go back a while, because he lived at 5917 Kimball. My in-laws lived at 5908, so they were across the street neighbors, and so they go back a couple of years. And it's a couple of thoughts. One is that actually in the Torah, Joseph is called a Ben Zekunim, which ostensibly means he was the young son that took care of his older father. But some translate that even though he was young, he was old in wisdom. And Allan, to me, I know Allan for a lot of years through the Ark and from my wife's, my in-laws from the neighborhood there. He always had a look to me like he was an old soul, like a holy person from another time. There was something unique about him. And one other thing it connects to the first thing is that he would generally, he came to our Passover Seder every year, and we had the pleasure and privilege of spending a lot of holidays with him. And he always had a group of people. I mean, I think you were there. Yeah, and I recognize some of the. I think I recognize him. Believe it or not, those who have been to the Seder, I don't know if I look nervous, but I'm always nervous. It's a big group, and it's not that easy to do. And the one place I would look for strength was Allan would be there every year and sit with this beautiful family, and just they'd all be enjoying each other's company, and it gave me a lot of strength to every year. I'm going to miss him this year at the Seder. I hope those who would come with him will still come again this year, even if he won't be with us, and maybe we'll just take a minute out to remember him at the Seder as well. But it was something special, and we saw, as was mentioned, really a blessing for all of us to have him in our lives. Yeah, they're gonna put the cover on, and do you have a shirt?
Yeah, the one you cut the shirt over here.
Yeah. Okay. So, and they're Rebecca, right? Rebecca?
Back.
We'll get her opinion.
Left side.
Yeah.
Hey, drop the.
That other side.
The left side. Give it a little tug. Yeah, that's a blessing. We say we tear a garment and over our heart our
Love you, Dad.
Okay. What was all this huh? Oh. Do they have to go? They have to go right now to Lyle, or is it?
We can send them several minutes doing it.
Huh?
We can send it in there.
Okay. No, it's customary to the same way someone you love, you tuck them in at night so they have a good rest. So it's customary for everyone to participate with a little bit of putting a little earth on top of the grave, and it's also the custom is not to hand the shovel to another person. When you're done, you like stick it back in the ground, and the next person takes it.
All right, guys, we're gonna all help tuck Papa into his final resting place.
Fred, you can approach either side of the mound, just please be careful around the open grave.
Quietly.
There are some slippery spots.
Yeah, it's not considered that we're going at the same time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much for being here, Wiley. Everyone, this man has been through it all with my dad. This is my dad's best friend. He has been here with him since they were very young. Traveled the whole nation together. And I'm so happy that she's here to be here with us. It means so much to us.
What about Angel? I didn't know how many there were.
I really like everybody that likes to help cover Papa.
Put it in my pocket. Put the pen in my pocket. I'm going to take your keys. Where are the new cells?
Oh my gosh, well thanks for coming. You're the survivor.
How do you do that?
You got a shovel? You got your own special shovel.
My hair goes.
Make sure nobody falls in there.
Can I go hug me? Oh my god, I got a shovel hand. No, I have a shovel hand. Because it's a more shovel hand. Shovel hand. I think the whole thing is all good. Why is it so heavy?
One more. Okay.
Come on, girls. Come on, girls.
They said you're eating, we don't read.
Oh my gosh, there's alcohol.
All right, come on. Go on that side. Go ahead. Keep going over
Daddy. Dada.
Oh yeah, that's Isaac and Vicky. Because they're here. Yes. The sun's shining, guys, for Papa. No rain today.
I was like, oh my god.
You have to understand. You eat fish on like Tuesdays You want to go by yourself? Angel!
You know where it is?
Come here, Angel.
Come here, Poppy. Come here.
You want to go from that side? You want to go that side? Good job, Angel.
Yeah.
You're on the live stream.
Gotta love that.
Friends, if anybody else wishes to participate, please step forward at this time. We'll approach either side of the mound.
Well, I know the other ones. I never met them. These are the twins, and oh yeah, you remember the twins?
Yeah.
Emily, remember
Yeah,
Emily?
I'm Native American.
I knew you when you were.
Yeah, my grandmother,
Oh, now you. I know, like they look different now.
her, she was Blackfoot, and the other grandmother, they were Italian. The grandfathers, my mother's father was Italian, then we went to Tennessee and met my grandmother. And she was Irish, Dutch, English, and her mother was Blackfoot English. The grandfather came to build the railroad. He went on the
It's okay.
reservation.
That's
and took
Emily.
the white
I knew
kids.
you since you were born. Are nice and warm? Good. Hi, beautiful girl.
Friends, if we could gather together for the final memorial prayer. Friends, thank you so much. If we just want to gather one last time, we're going to do a final prayer together with the rabbi. Following after which we'll have a sort of the beginning of the Shiva, which the rabbi will explain. We'll gather as a community to let the mourners walk through as we enter them into that period.
El Malei Rachamim, Shochein Bamromim, Hamsei Menucha Nechona, Kanfei Ashchina, B'malos Kedoshim Tarim, Kezar Harakia Mazhirim, Es Nishmas Hanan Ben Yitzchak, Shalach Lo Lamo, Bavor Shemispalim Ad Haskaras Nishmaso, Yigan Eden Temenuchaso, Lechein Balarachamim Yasdireu V'Seisar Kanofav Liolamim, Yitzrar B'Tzrar HaChaim Es Nishmaso, Adonoi Unachlaso, Yanuach HaMishkava V'Shalom V'Nomar Amen. God, full of mercy, who dwells on high, grant proper rest in the wings of the divine presence, in the highest levels of the holy and pure ones who shine like the heavens, to the soul of Allan, who is gone to his world and for whom we will pray. And may his resting place be in the Garden of Eden. Therefore, may the Master of Mercy shelter him, the shelter of his wings for eternity. May he bond his soul in the bond of life. God is his heritage, may he repose in his resting place in peace, and let us say Amen. Amen. I'm going to, later on when I go to the synagogue, I'm going to say the Kaddish for him. And, the traditional Jewish prayer is Yiskadal v'Yiskadash Shmei Rabbah, which is God should become great and holy. And the reason we say that when we lose someone is because God's goodness is felt in this world through the good people that we interact with. And when we lose somebody, so there's a little less of God's presence and holiness in the world. And Allan was an extraordinary example of that. He was so interconnected and had such a beautiful, wonderful relationship with everyone. So, his memory will be a blessing, and we'll stay in touch. And, now there's a custom to end the service, which is that we line up in two lines, facing each other.
Rebecca and Josh, you guys stay here. Everybody else follows me. We're going to form two rows facing each other. Just line up like this.
Yeah. They said besides us, you got to get a line over there.
Yeah, and where we line up, and then Joshua and Rebecca.
Like a limbo line, guys.
Go over there.
Like the limbo line, guys.
Okay, and then Joshua and Rebecca are going to walk through, and as they pass by, it's a way of sharing just words of condolence to them. Okay, so you can go ahead, and there's a traditional condolence that we say, so you could say it with me if you'd like to say in Hebrew. Okay, here, go ahead. the two of you walk through. Hamakom yinachen etchem betoch shar avele Tzion v'Yerushalayim. May God heal you and give you consolation in this difficult moment. And that officially ends this part of the service.